Have you ever felt like you're kind of losing yourself in a relationship? It's a totally modern problem, but you know what? The solution might actually come from some ancient wisdom. Today, we're going to dive into how the timeless philosophy of Stoicism gives us a powerful framework for building not just stronger relationships, but a much stronger you. So, let's just get right to it. Think for a second about the big relationships in your life right now. Are they building you up, making you feel good, or are they just draining you, leaving you feeling totally wiped out? This is really the core question we're going to tackle.
And here's what's so different about the Stoic approach. This isn't a rule book for how to change or control other people. Nope, it's a blueprint for building up your own inner strength. It's all about mastering yourself so that you can handle any relationship from a place of real, solid resilience.
Which brings us right to our first big pillar, fortifying your inner citadel. I love that term. The Stoics basically saw your inner world like a fortress, and the idea is pretty simple. You can't build great relationships out there if you don't have a strong, self-sufficient foundation right here inside you.
So how do we build this inner fortress? Well, we're going to focus on 3 key principles: how you deal with your past, how you learn to face being alone, and why protecting your own mental health is just absolutely non-negotiable.
First up, guarding your past. Now, this doesn't mean being all secretive and mysterious. It's about being selective. Think about it. Your past, your story, that's a source of your strength. But if you just give every single detail away, every vulnerability, you risk having it misunderstood or worse, even used against you. And this quote from Nietzsche just nails it, right? Old ideas may come back to challenge us. Old wounds, old insecurities, they can definitely resurface. So by being thoughtful about what you share, you're not hiding. You're just protecting the very things that made you who you are.
Okay, our second principle tackles something that, let's be honest, a lot of us really struggle with: the fear of being alone. And man, that fear can be a really dangerous driver. It can make you stay in a relationship you know is wrong or jump into a new one too fast just to avoid sitting with yourself.
And this is where Aristotle's wisdom is just so powerful. He said that really knowing yourself is where all wisdom begins. And you know where you find that knowledge? Often it's in solitude. When you're truly okay on your own, you can get into a relationship because you want to be with that person, not because you need someone to fill a void. That's a total game changer.
The final principle in this pillar is a big one, and it comes with this really intense metaphor. Sacrificing your mental health for someone else is like burning down your own house just to keep them warm. I mean, just picture that. It's a completely self-destructive act. The lesson here is crystal clear. Your inner peace isn't up for negotiation, ever.
So once we've got that inner citadel feeling secure, we move on to our second pillar, living your authentic path. This is where we shift gears from building our inner world to actually taking action out in the real world, guided by our own sense of purpose.
And this path, it kind of unfolds in 4 main steps. It all starts by taking back your most precious resource, your time. Then it's about learning to be your own cheerleader. From there, you really embrace who you are. And finally, you commit to walking the path that is truly 100% yours.
Let's start with time. The Stoic philosopher Seneca had this incredible insight. He said, time is the only thing we have that's truly non-renewable. You can't get it back. So when we pour all of our time and energy into someone else's life, especially if it's not being returned, we're wasting the one thing we can never replace. The goal is to reclaim it for your own growth.
Which leads us right to the next step, admiring yourself. The Stoic teacher Epictetus was super clear on this. We get so hung up on getting validation from a partner that we completely forget to see our own progress. The real shift happens when you start seeing every step forward, no matter how small, as a win that you get to celebrate for yourself.
And this brings us to a huge choice. You're really at a fork in the road here. On one side, you've got your authentic self, the one who lives their own story. And on the other, you've got the pleasing self, the one wearing a mask, always playing a side character in someone else's life. It's time to be the main character in your own story.
Finally, the 4th step is all about walking your own path. And there's this perfect metaphor for it. Trying to change who you are just to fit someone else's expectations, well, it's like trying to walk around in shoes that are 3 sizes too small. It's just painful. And every step you take on their path just gets you further and further away from your own destination.
Okay, so all of this builds up to our third and final pillar,
forging principled connections. Now that we've built a strong, authentic self, we can figure out how that self should connect with others in a way that's healthy, balanced, and actually meaningful.
And connecting with integrity really comes down to two main things. First, honoring those foundational relationships you already have with your friends and family. And second, making a conscious choice to avoid the trap of obsessive devotion to just one person.
Plato gave us the perfect way to think about this. He said people are like soil. Some of them help you grow, while others are toxic and just stunt your growth. You got to think of your friends and family as that rich foundational soil. If you neglect them for a new relationship, you're basically uprooting your entire support system.
And this brings us to our final principle. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic, he warned us about obsession because it completely destroys your inner balance. This image of a satellite just says it all, doesn't it? You get stuck in orbit around somebody else, and your own colorful world of dreams and goals just starts to fade away. The goal is to break that orbit and get back on your own course.
So when you look at all 9 of these principles, what's the one thing that ties them all together? Well, it really all comes down to one incredibly powerful idea. You are the author of your own life story.
So here's the journey we just walked through. It starts inside, by fortifying your inner citadel. From that place of strength, you step out onto your authentic path. And it's only then, when you're strong and on purpose, that you can truly build connections with real integrity.
Ultimately, what this all means is it's a call to action. It's about making a huge shift from just reacting to things to being proactive about your life. It's about refusing to live as a shadow in someone else's story and making the decision to shine like your own sun.
And we'll just leave you with this final thought. It's simple, but it's also so profound. It's a reminder of your own power and your own worth. Whatever your relationships look like, always remember that the story is yours to write. Don't ever hand the pen to someone else.